right there. Okay. Okay. I saw this guy, Nick Graves, one of his videos about INFPs talking about introverted feeling. And I thought his video was amazing. It displayed exactly what I would try to, explain in other words, but he said it better. I don't know how he's doing in life necessarily, because that does affect how he comes off, because an INFP lost an introverted feeling in like what he was explaining in the video, how one little sad thing can actually make you seem like your life is over, and how we have a tendency to do that. That's definitely true, because I really related to that, especially because for me, even when one little thing happens on my own, not only do I look like life is over for me, like I just look completely just lost in it, but for me, I even sometimes feel like one little thing just means, I just go to the complete nihilistic, life is over, it's ruined, it'll never bounce back from this. And I want to explain what I mean by that in terms of work, and love, and relationships. And, these are insecurities that I wrote down here. I'm going to get to them. This is going to probably be another 2-part video, because I have a tendency to want to say everything and not get to saying one thing. But anyways, that's okay. Let's do this. So we got, it's kind of cool because I could read it off the screen, so I don't have to turn around to see it. We got work and upkeep. So work for me, and I don't know how it is for you, but I absolutely hate it. I have never enjoyed any job I've had. It just always seemed like a chore for me, and I never wanted to do it. I'd say in the beginning, I could be very enthusiastic about a new job. Aside from the social anxieties of, joining a new workplace, aside from those things, I could be really enthusiastic. Because if I ignore my constant fear of, new situations and stuff, going into a new job can be very fun, exciting, because it's new, It really depends on how I'm feeling that I'm going to take the situation. And you can affect how you take the situation just by how you make yourself feel. Instead of letting your feelings overrun you, taking control of them and making yourself more willing for change and not so worried about what might happen and focus on what is happening. And for an example of that would be, stop focusing on the fact that, oh, what if I get fired, or what if I'm not good enough for the workplace, and start focusing on the fact that, yes, I got the job, so obviously I showed something that would make them think or warrant that I can be good enough here. So that's just an example of why or how you would want to look at a new workplace and how you would want to approach it if you're nervous about it and stuff. Okay, so upkeep. That's what I mean. After the initial stage of getting the job, we have trouble in keeping the job. Why do we have trouble in keeping the job? Because once our initial enthusiastic state of having a new place to be and the drastic lifestyle change, which INFPs can be very okay with. We're okay with change, I think. It depends on it depends on what kind of change is what it is, because some changes are very scary for us, and others not so much. And I was okay with the complete change in schedule with the work, with the new job that I got. I was okay with that. That wasn't the problem. It's staying enthusiastic about doing the same thing, or the general same thing every day. For me, I cannot stress enough how clouded I start to feel once I realize certain commitments that are made and how long it can actually go for, because I start seeing the next 10 years of my life running through my head, and I cannot take that. This is what I'm gonna do for the next 10 years. Is this it? We're done here? That's I just do this and my life is over, or this whole stage of my life is over. And that's not only work, because that happens in anything with certain commitments, and relationships even. Okay, so I hope you realize, I hope you guys can take from my non-finished ideas, because I do that a lot and I really can't help it. I try to stick to one point, but just I hope you could take something from my little splatters of ideas, because I'm trying to convey something and I can't get it out sometimes. Okay, upkeep. So back on task. Okay, upkeep. Oh my god. So I've been at this job for a month now, and a month is nothing, really. It is nothing, but for me it seems like such a long time, because I'm just so freaking fed up with it already, and I just want to be free. And by be free, it doesn't mean I want to go explore the fucking world. I sometimes just want to stay at home and do nothing and get that opportunity. But it doesn't always happen that way, because we obviously have to work to get the things we want, and just to live in general, you have to. And that's something that you should accept now, before you get out of high school or whatever stage of life you're in, because I graduated high school last year. I'm 19, and I made the decision that I didn't want to do a four-year college, at least not now at this point in my life. I don't know if I want to wait a year. I don't know what I want, and I'm not deciding now. I'm just going with it for once, and I hope people can stop judging me for just going with it, because that's all I want to do right now, is not think about the consequences and just do what I want. Why can I never do what I want? Okay. Anyway, so it's been a month here, and at first the job was great. You know, it was good. I was making good money, and I liked the people I was working with at first, so it was good. You know, the work was hard. You know, physically it was a little harder than not that I'm used to, because I did construction, but it was a little harder than I expected. But that's okay. That's not the issue for me. It's just the scheduling. I feel trapped, and this is my point here. Trapped. Okay, so let me start marking off what I've already at least briefly discussed. Upkeep. I'm currently on that. And trapped. I will check that off. I feel trapped because of the fact that I have a set schedule of, let's say, 8 to 5 every day or whatever. I mean, really, at this job, I've been working different hours, very hectic hours sometimes, and other times not so much. But that's not the issue for me, because I seem to be able to handle the hectic hours better than the hours where it's expected. The expected hours to be there and the expected hour to leave. For me, the hectic hours is where I don't think about it at all, and I just do it. And I don't think about how I'm stuck here or how I have to do the same thing every day, because sometimes I'll be like, can you come in tomorrow at 5 in the morning? You'll have to wake up at 4 to get here probably. Yeah, I can do that. I want to do that. Not that I want to do that every day, because if I started to have to wake up at 5 every single day, I would get used to that, just as I have to get used to waking up at 8 every day. It's just the schedule when it's set. Like, you're coming in every day at 8 o'clock and you're leaving at 4 or 5 o'clock every single day. I start to feel trapped, and because it's the same thing every day, the same thing, and I can't do it. I try, but for me, I just get very frustrated with it, and it's something I have to learn to deal with, because that's how most workplaces are. Very organized, structured environments where you get up every day at the same time. And that's my point here, is with the whole trap. I feel like I can't be free to do what I want, because my life is being domineered by work. And that sort of thing, I hope you guys can understand that. And I mean, I really hope most of the people watching this are other NFs, so they can kind of understand initially what I mean, because a lot of very TE direct people will consider this babble and take it only as that and not listen to what I'm saying. Just listen to the constant spew of words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay. I do need to learn how to tone it down a bit, and I realize that. So trapped. We got that out of the way. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to tell you by putting, trapped up, what I'm trying to tell you to do about it. I mean, I guess I could tell you some things that would help, but for me, I don't even I don't know yet. It's just, I'm just telling you that I have that problem too, and I haven't figured it out quite yet. I mean, the best thing I can think of is not to think about it so much and just do it, but at the same time, that hasn't worked for me, so why am I going to tell you to do it that way? I want to find a job where I'm happy doing what I do, and I would love to wake up to and do every single morning. And the only job that I ever considered would be the greatest job in the world to do is YouTube, and obviously obviously it just seems like I mean, not obviously, but for me, it seems like the greatest job in the world, because you get to, you know, do what you love, or what I love, and that sort of thing. Now, I'm not saying this with any expectations, because I have no expectations for these videos that I'm making, because I don't want to have any, because it's unrealistic for me to think that this will go anywhere, or to, you know, because the odds are very slim to none, so that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Upkeep. So the upkeep, yes, you have to manage or figure out how not to feel trapped in the environment and just do it. And fear isn't necessarily the greatest motivator, because fear makes me, and I mean fear of failure. For me, I have a big big feeling that I don't want to be a failure in life in whatever I do, and that honestly keeps me from doing things. That keeps me completely from trying new things, because I'm scared that I'll fail at them, so I never even try them to begin with. And please don't do that. Like, you see this guitar right here? I have barely played that. That's just there as an amusement piece. I literally know like 2 songs on it, and it's not even that I do them badly. It's just I'm just scared to find out that I'll only be decent at it, so I don't even try it. Whatever. Anyways, in other news, so Upkeep. Quitting. Why did I not go to work today? What was my plan here? I don't know. I don't know what my plan was. Last night I got very, what's the word? I mean, PG-13 is very not in these videos, or it won't be, at least. So how do I say this? I got really high last night, and I hate saying that. Oh my god, I really hate saying that. I got really high last night. Okay, I did. That's what I did, because I got home from a long weekend that had to do with a new experience as well, that had to do with relationships and love and that sort of thing, and life, because it made me realize things about myself that just really start to make me feel down in the dumps, and I'll get to them and what I mean by that. But fuck, my mind is so jumbled, and it's so apparent in these videos. Anyway, so I got really high last night, and I did not wake up when I was supposed to. I was supposed to be at work at 8. That was my set schedule. I was supposed to be there at 8, and I did not have the intention of not going in yesterday. I just got high, and I didn't think about it, and I just did what I wanted to. I was watching Netflix, and I fell asleep on my couch, and I woke up at like 7 or like 6 something, and I knew, oh, I have work in an hour, and that's when I made the quick decision. I'm not going. I'm tired of this place. I don't want to do it. I didn't call them. I could have called and said I'm not coming in today. I didn't even do that. I had no common courtesy there, because I was just so fed up with the bullshit that this place has been throwing at me. And I won't go into specifics, because I don't want to bash on this place completely, because it's a job like any other, and bad things will be in every single job. It's just how you take them that really defines, you, I guess. Okay, so I didn't show up today. I got called at like 11 by my manager, or my supervisor-ish. Where are you? Where are you? Please call us back, and want to know what's up. Okay. And then I didn't answer purposely. I read it. I didn't answer. Come 1 o'clock, I get a message from my head honcho boss saying, call me. Nothing else. Just call me. I didn't call him until 4, and he didn't answer, but that's not the point. I was deciding to quit. That was me deciding to quit. That's how I decided I didn't want to do this job anymore, is by not showing up, not answering any messages, not confronting it at all. As much as I say I prefer when someone is not passive-aggressive, and I do say that often, that I don't like passive-aggressive behavior, maybe it's because I notice it so much in myself, and I am passive-aggressive, and I try hard not to do that, but I do it because I'm afraid of certain confrontations. So that's how I decided to quit. And now I thought I had quit, because then I had called my supervisor and he made more promises, and that's what this job is doing. That's really ticking me off. They're making promises they're not keeping, and they made another one, and I'm choosing for some reason to believe that they're going to keep this one, even though they probably won't. And what do I mean by the promise? He told me work is going to start being a lot less hectic. It's going to be hectic in the sense that it'll be a lot more relaxed environment and not so stressful in due time, because they're in the middle of a moving process, so it's hard for them right now, and I understand that completely. So I'm putting up with it, and I told him, okay, Chuck, I should not use specific names in case anyone ever sees this. Alright, anyways, I said, okay, sir, okay, sir, I'll come in and I'll give it another chance, and I'll try not to make any quick decisions. And I notice in these confrontational stages, like, I feel like I'm just like, there's this feeling of, this is so awkward, and I feel like a dick, and that just, whatever. Anyways, so I'm going in tomorrow and the rest of the week, and I'm going to try it out again. Again, I will try this, and I will see if I can do this, because this is a job that I could have for the next 10 years, and that's what I meant. Do I want to have this job? Do I want to do this job for 10 years or more, even? I don't know. I'm so lost. Anyways. So quitting. Don't quit like that. If you're going to quit, try to quit in a way that is more respectful to everyone, and think about it. Really think about it rationally and what you're going to do after you quit, because you have to have a game plan. You can't just quit. You cannot just quit a job and do nothing for weeks. That's what I do. That's why I'm telling you not to do it, because I make that decision every time, and I go into a slump, or I don't leave the house and I don't do anything, and that is not good for me. I have never benefited from not doing anything. So don't do that. Please do not. If you're going to quit, don't go about it that way. Have a plan, or know what you're going to do in the period after quitting, or else you're going to get lost in some slump, and that is what you don't want. That's my advice for quitting. But for me, I haven't quit yet. I'm deciding to go back and give it a chance. But if I quit, I'm going to have a game plan, and that is what I am going to try to do at least. Stability. INFPs and stability. So not in our vocabulary. What is stability for us? The only thing stable about us is that we're unstable. I'll say that every single video. I don't care. It's the truth. INFPs are not stable. I'm not stable. I don't know stability. I never have. Most I've been stable is when I'm not going through new experiences, because I know what and how I'm gonna feel about them, and I just keep that constant slow feeling. There's no interesting, exciting things causing curvatures in happiness or whatever. It's just a constant, I know what I'm doing, whatever, and I'm just going on about it. And it's not even a bad thing, because it could be high up. It could be a good feeling, just constant good feeling that you know what you're expecting. For me, I'm a big movie buff, and I can sit at home and watch movies a very long time. But I also do like going out and not going out. I like being with friends and people that I enjoy company of. And those are few in numbers, but I enjoy being with them that time, and it doesn't matter where we are, really, as long as it's nowhere too public, because, like, I'm not one of those people that goes to a club and whatever. That's not me. I don't think it ever will be. People have always tried to say, oh, just wait until you're 21, you're going to be partying it up. I don't think so. I mean, I'll probably go to bars or anything, or something of that sort, like a small, like, public mom and pop bar that's been there, and, you know, grab a couple drinks with my friends. That's the most I'll probably do. And I'm not even big into alcohol. I mean, every time I drink, I enjoy it because I feel finally fucking like I don't have to. I feel less anxious about public things, but that's not a good thing because that's the start of like alcoholism. So be careful with that. Anyways, but stability. We need someone or something in our lives that is stable, a consistent thing, like a keepsake that will, yeah. Be right back.